They laughed at it. They called it strange. They said it was too simple. And yet, millions of people fell in love with it. The Citroën 2CV wasn't the fastest car. It wasn't the most luxurious. It wasn't even trying to look impressive. But somehow, it became one of the most unforgettable cars in European history. And then, after decades on the road, the 2CV disappeared. But what if the story isn't finished? Imagine you're walking through a Citroën showroom in 2027. You expect to see another modern crossover. Instead, you hear a familiar name, 2CV. The lights go down. A small silhouette appears behind a curtain. The cover moves slowly, and suddenly, a legendary little French car is standing in front of you again. But this time, it's been completely reimagined for the future. Welcome back to Motor Show Plus. Today we're imagining the 2027 Citroën 2CV, a futuristic interpretation of one of Europe's most beloved automotive icons. And stay until the end, because the biggest surprise may be hidden beneath its simple-looking body. Let's go back first. The original 2CV was created with a very different mission. It was designed to be affordable, simple, practical, easy to repair, and capable of handling the rough roads of rural France. It became much more than transportation. For generations of European families, the 2CV represented freedom. First journeys, family holidays, young love, long summer drives, and a simpler time. That's why bringing the name back wouldn't simply be about selling another small car. It would be about bringing back a memory. Now imagine the 2027 version. The first thing you'd notice is the silhouette. Citroën could preserve the unmistakable rounded roof and compact proportions while giving the car a futuristic personality. Round LED headlights, a friendly front design, a modern interpretation of the famous 2CV body, and a minimalist grille that immediately tells you, this is still a 2CV, but it has entered another century. The side profile keeps the lightweight character. Large glass areas, short overhangs, simple body panels, and compact wheels designed for city driving. But hidden door handles and aerodynamic details give it a modern appearance. At the rear, classic-inspired rounded taillights could meet a clean LED light strip, a simple tailgate, and a small roof spoiler. Nothing excessive, because the 2CV was never about showing off. It was about personality. Now open the door, and the biggest transformation begins. The imagined 2027 2CV could feature a minimalist interior inspired by modern French furniture, simple shapes, comfortable seats, soft materials, a bright airy cabin, and instead of covering the dashboard with hundreds of buttons, Citroën could keep things beautifully simple. A compact digital display, a central touchscreen, wireless smartphone connectivity, voice control, navigation, and smart climate controls. The whole cabin could feel playful rather than complicated. But here's where the future becomes really interesting. What if Citroën decided to make the new 2CV fully electric? Instead of a noisy little gasoline engine, imagine a compact electric motor delivering instant torque, quiet acceleration, zero tailpipe emissions, and a battery designed primarily for city and everyday driving. An imagined range could be around 250 to 350 kilometers, depending on battery size and driving conditions. And because the 2CV was always about efficiency, keeping the vehicle lightweight could become its secret weapon. Less weight means less energy consumption. Less energy consumption means better range and potentially lower running costs. But the biggest surprise could be the suspension. The original 2CV became famous for its incredibly soft and unusual suspension. So what if Citroën recreated that feeling with modern technology? Imagine an advanced adaptive suspension system that constantly adjusts itself to the road, potholes, speed bumps, broken pavement. The car could react before you even feel the impact. Suddenly, the weird little suspension trick that made the original 2CV famous could become a high-tech advantage. And that's the kind of connection between past and future that makes this concept so interesting. Safety would obviously be completely different from the original. The Imagine 2027 model could include automatic emergency braking, lane assistance, blind spot monitoring, parking cameras, pedestrian detection, and advanced driver assistance. Yet the car could remain small enough to make city parking incredibly easy. Now imagine the price. If Citroën ever developed an affordable electric 2CV-inspired model, a starting price around €20,000 to €25,000 could make it one of the more interesting entry-level EV concepts in Europe. Of course, that's only a speculative estimate, but imagine the impact. A cute, affordable electric French icon, returning to streets where its ancestor once became part of everyday life. And here's the biggest question: would people actually want it? In a world filled with huge SUVs, would buyers choose a small, simple, charming car? Maybe. Because sometimes, people don't want more, they want something different. The original 2CV proved that a car doesn't need massive horsepower or expensive luxury to become legendary. It just needs character. And perhaps that's exactly what the automotive world is missing today. A car with personality, a car that makes you smile, a car that reminds you of another time while still belonging to the future. Of course, there's an important reality check. Citroën has not officially announced a production 2027 2CV matching this concept. This video is a future-inspired and historical fiction concept, combining the heritage of the original 2CV with imagined future technology, design, performance, and pricing. But imagine if Citroën revealed this car tomorrow. Would you see it as a beautiful revival, or would you say, the 2CV should have stayed exactly as it was? That's the debate. Now tell us what you think. Would you buy a modern electric 2CV in 2027? And which would you choose, the classic 2CV or this futuristic version? Leave your answer in the comments. And if this little French legend brought back memories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more classic cars imagined for the future. You're watching Motor Show Plus, where automotive history meets tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.